Hi, Emma.
How are you?
Good. Thanks for joining.
No worries. Thanks for getting me on.
I think you might be the quickest from email invite to like getting on. I emailed you like 5 minutes ago.
I literally just finished the workout and I sat down and my phone clicked and I was like, oh, "There's Castro."
Well, I appreciate it. It's 6:30 in the morning here. It's cold out in
Oh,
California. It's 50 degrees.
I
So
I don't think it's as cold as it is in Ireland. To be fair,
how cold is it there?
today it's 16 degrees.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
What
So,
did you finish up training?
pardon?
What did you just
I
finish up?
was doing echo bike, legless rope climbs, rowing, and 36-inch box jumps.
So tell me the
So
formula.
two legless rope climbs, two rope climbs on minute one, 12 cal echo minute two, five tall box jumps on minute three, 12 cal row minute four, 16 minutes.
Oh,
So just
wow.
a little bit
So
of legless under fatigue.
so about 4 sets of legless then, right?
Yeah, 4 sets of legless. Yeah.
How'd
So
that
I was
feel?
actually, it wasn't actually my program. It was on one of the fittest team on earth is with me, Lucy McGonigal. So we showed us train on a Saturday. So we do a little bit of mine, a little bit of hers. So that was a piece out of her training.
She's the fittest teen on earth?
Yep, two times.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Is she,
she's gonna be up and coming for the individuals in the next few years.
is she from there too?
Yep. So she, lucky she only lives 30 minutes away from me, so it's quite nice to be able to train with her and obviously like push each other on.
Well, it's nice for her too because you've been to the games for several years. You've been to the games a lot. And
Yeah,
so
yeah, six a year.
6 years. So she has someone with a lot of experience. You've basically gone from 19 straight, right?
Yeah,
Was
yeah,
19? And so she has someone with a lot of experience to lean onto and learn from.
yeah. Trying to hold her back a little bit. She would
Yeah.
be go out hot kind of girl.
Where are you guys training?
So I have my own gym. So
Oh,
my
that's amazing.
Yeah, so me and my husband built this last year.
Yeah, spin around again. I want to see that. That's beautiful. Wow.
So my husband made like the freestanding rig, so we've got all the
That,
floor space, and then we
yep.
have all the cardio machines, and then I actually have the same outside. So I
Yeah,
have,
check it out. So is this just your own private facility?
yeah, this is my house.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so and then we've got kind of the same outside, which is we kind of had to do the outdoor gym during lockdown because of like the COVID rules.
Yep.
So we've kind of got
Oh,
this
wow.
outside. So we've got the turf, and so we've got a nice 30 meter turf. And then I've
So
just my husband made the rig, so we've got like the 20 foot. Obviously just the replicated the games height.
you guys live out in the country, it looks like.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We're pretty lucky. We've got like a few acres of land. Just no one annoys us.
How far away are you guys from a big city?
We're actually pretty lucky. So like our big city would be like Belfast. So that's only like 15, 20 minutes away without traffic. And then Dublin would be 90 minutes away. So we're quite central in the middle.
Okay. I went to a level one seminar there years ago.
You
And
took me.
oh, really?
Yeah, I was at that seminar
You
in
were at that seminar. Okay.
RFNI.
When
Yep.
that was in Belfast, right?
Yep. In Belfast.
That
Yeah.
was probably
2014, 13 or 14.
yeah, as I say 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you had to sign a bumper plate because you broke a bumper plate, I think,
Yeah,
there.
during the
Yeah.
workout. I remember that. I forgot what the workout was. It might have been snatches or something, power
Yeah.
snatches, but I dropped it and a green plate broke.
Yeah. So I just remember everyone was like, Dave Castro signed this plate.
Oh, that's hilarious. It was beautiful. I wish I would have spent more time there. I
Yeah.
actually, I've never been to Dublin. I'd love to go to Dublin at some point.
Yeah. Dublin's lovely. Yeah. So some nice things obviously to go and see. Like the Guinness factory would be like the famous part of Dublin for sure.
When are you guys coming out to the games?
I fly out on the 25th. So just
Okay,
like 12 days or so.
that's pretty good. And you're going straight to Texas?
Yeah, me and Jacqueline Dahlstrom are going to train together. So we're going to stay together and just have like a little like 10, 12 day camp on the lead in. So it'll be quite nice just to obviously get together with another European and get a little bit extra push.
Is your husband your coach too?
Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. He'll come out. He'll just comes out for the games and beer. He doesn't help any CrossFit.
I love the reaction. So who is your
I think if
coach?
anyone else seen that, if they thought Dave was my coach, something would be wrong.
Who is your coach?
James Joycey. So obviously he coached like Sam Briggs and stuff as well.
Oh,
So I've
cool.
been with him now for this is our seventh season together.
Oh, are you close with Sam?
Me and Briggs, yeah. Briggs has coached me for the last 3, 4 years at the games.
Oh, cool. Is she
Yeah.
going out to, is she
Oh
doing
yeah.
the age
No,
group
no,
stuff?
no. She had to get her knee tidied up. There in the off season, so she's obviously just having this year off, try and get her knee healthy again. So no, she's got the coaching hat on again this year, so she'll be down.
Who's she coaching for?
Me.
Oh, you. So she'll go out with you as your coach.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
got it.
yeah.
The what programming do you follow? Do you program yourself? It sounds like.
No, James Joycey, he's the one that coached me and Briggs, like does our programming. But then in person, me and Briggs just work really well together. So she coaches me in person comps.
Do you train there by yourself most of the time?
Yeah, 90%, I train by myself. Yeah, and then just like whenever I can get the likes of Lucy down, 'cause she doesn't drive yet. So hopefully next year we'll train a bit more together. So yeah, maybe 2, 3 days I'll get to train with people. The rest is by myself.
How many hours a day are you training?
Probably too many. I would say probably like 5 hours a day.
You've been doing this for a long time, so you have a pretty good understanding of what's expected and probably what you need to do to go to the games and feel prepared.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's just like making sure like it's not doing like junk volume. I think that's one of the biggest things for me is making sure that it's intentional training all year. And trying not to like limit the junk in between.
What would be junk? What do you consider junk? Just
I
like
just think
this.
sometimes like people could just get carried away and just train to train, where it's like, well, what's the intent of the session? Like, I don't want to just train to train. I want to train to get better and to develop something. Whether it's like we're developing speed on the running at the moment, because who knows, there might be a run, or it might be like like there's a track, so we're developing some more speed work in the legs. Like so each session has the intent of the speed. At the minute as well, like because of my neck injury last year, we're trying to like develop like better core, upper body sort of like work to try and be able to handle the yoke, the sandbags, the odd object stuff again. So each session has an intent versus just going doing 50 sandbag cleans for time, etc., and just getting just jump volume in.
Yeah, I see that last year you had your worst placement. That was from, did you hurt yourself?
Yeah, I actually chipped the bone in my neck.
Ooh.
So I think it was from practicing for the rock ring muscle up workout at semifinals. Because the power of my arms started to get weaker and weaker as the weeks went on leading into semis. And then I actually felt not too bad, and then leading into the games, the weakness sort of came back, and then yeah, during the wall ball workout, looking up, I literally lost all feeling on my left arm, and then it went into freestand handstand push-ups, which wasn't good. And then as soon as I put the sandbag on my back, I had all feeling in my left arm. I had completely went. So yeah, it was a wee bit shit, but
Oh, I think I
we
remember too. Now I think it's coming back. You withdrew a couple events early, right?
yeah, yeah. Straight after the sandbag event, that was me. I literally had no feeling on my whole left side, and even like the power in my left leg and stuff was starting to go. So it was the right decision.
Yeah, clearly. Sounds like it. So, did you ever coach then at an affiliate?
I've never coached at an affiliate. I obviously have my level one, and
Yep.
I actually affiliated my gym here.
Oh, cool.
So I did so, which is pretty cool to have my first year as an affiliate owner. So that's
Congrats.
awesome. So no, I coach CrossFit athletes, but I don't really coach an affiliate, and I would run quite a lot of seminars and stuff for people like trying to introduce into competing in CrossFit.
Two questions on that. Before you trained here, did you train at an affiliate?
Yeah, so I still dabble like once or twice a week. So between two affiliates, one in Belfast, CrossFit Boundary, and then one in my hometown, which is EST Cricket Lake CrossFit. So I still go between two.
Second question: you train people, you prepare people who want to get competitive.
Yep. So I have
Tell me,
two masters athletes going to the games this year in the 40 to 44 division. So one's hopefully going to be tipped to win the 40 division. He qualified in a third. So that's going to be quite exciting. And then the other one was in top 20 as well.
that's pretty cool. Do you have a so you have a lot of passion for that, and
Yeah.
you're probably
Yeah.
are you thinking about expanding that as your career call it like winds down
Yeah,
eventually?
my goal is to like obviously like I love CrossFit, so I want to try and get as many people into CrossFit and competing in CrossFit and kind of love it as much as I have and sort of like change your life like how it's changed mine. So obviously to try and help develop like the younger people through would be awesome. But like and again the masters as well are incredible. So I'm looking forward to being over in Alabama with them and see how it all plays out. And then hopefully for the years to come I'll be still at the games helping people and bringing people through.
Do you do seminars at your new facility there for people?
I haven't actually run one yet, so yeah, no. The goal will be to start to do that now. Once obviously, like I transition from like sort of CrossFit to coach for sure.
That's very cool. Congrats on that journey.
Thank you.
What do you think of the run swim?
I think it's awesome. I got sort of most of top Irish CrossFitters last night to meet me at the lake, and we did a little run swim. So yeah, it was super fun. And Lucy is I'm gonna drag her tomorrow to the lake. She's a fantastic swimmer. So we're gonna do a longer run into the swim tomorrow.
Is she there right now?
Yeah, she's here. She's
Or
chilling.
against the camera? Hi.
So yeah, she's a fantastic swimmer. So yes, she'll give me a good push in the water.
Are you a decent swimmer?
I'm actually petrified of water. I'm actually a good swimmer if I can just control the fear.
What do you think of Chad?
I think it's awesome. That's good. I just love grunt work. Anything that doesn't require like thought, you just had to get stuck in and go and sort of like control the thoughts in your head and who can push through.
Cool. I'm glad you're excited about both of them so far.
Yeah,
Um, we're gonna have a really cool game. There's gonna be a lot of other stuff coming out that I think you and all the athletes will like for sure. Before
yeah.
we go, do you have any questions for me?
I have one question.
Okay.
So it's a question that you've asked everyone on how many hours are you training? Like, what is your thoughts on how people are training right now? And sort of like a follow up to that is, do you think now that we're training too much that might affect the longevity for the younger people coming through? Like, will we see the BKs and the Cole Sager having that 11-year career?
I think you guys are training too much,
Yeah,
but clearly you guys know what you need to do. And why I say that is the volume at the games and the expectation at the games is clearly not several hours of training a day.
yeah,
But you guys are the ones who are actually competing. I'm not, so it's hard for me to say train less when you guys have been doing this for a lot of years. But I think some more shorter, targeted, just really intense sessions would prepare you people for the games. If I were to step out of this role and step into coaching, but that being said, looking at the 5 hour, 6 hour time frame, if I could really dissect it, and I don't think I've looked enough. So let me say this. I'm saying you guys are training too much, but let me back up from this and say it really depends on how much intense stuff within that 5 or 6 hours you're doing. If you guys are spending, which a lot of you are, several hours, mobility, stretching, warming up, position, that's okay. I'm okay with that. If it's like, I know like guys like Rich and Frazier, I mean, they used to go really hard for a really long time.
yeah,
But they also, so it worked for them because they also dominated. Um, I say that, and I'm also okay being entirely wrong. Like what I mean by
yeah,
that is, I think it's too much. Clearly, it's working for you guys, and so maybe it's not too much. I'm viewing it from a kind of different perspective. I do think, though, looking at what's happening in that session, helping me understand how many intense sessions you have within that session maybe would make me feel comfortable with what guys are doing. I mean, like I went to Proven last year before the games, and I remember seeing the things they were doing. They had like 5 or 6 different CrossFit workouts written on the board in their session that they were doing, like intense. And I was like, man, that's a lot. And what I mean by that, like real, like workout, like Cindy. They actually did Cindy and a bunch of others. And what's interesting, and my thought was like, you guys are only doing. I didn't say this to them. I just stayed out of it. They're only doing 3 or 4 at the most events at the CrossFit Games. So I get like being way prepared, but I think there's a point of diminishing returns. And also, now that being said, Proven also has Tia, who's the champ. So like they're doing something right. So those are my thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm totally okay being completely wrong on it, but I do feel that way. But I am fast. I'll say this: I am fascinated by it all. That's why I ask you guys because I want to see. As far as the longevity, it's interesting because I talked to Brent about this. I asked him. He trains. He trains a lot too, and he's been doing this for a very long time. And like I asked him about being injured. I'm like, "Are you injured?" And he's like, "No, not at all." And what's interesting, I like hearing that because he's someone who's been doing it for such a long time. I should have asked Cole. And now that I'm going to have BK on, I'll ask BK this. But I think one of the false perceptions, or one of the, maybe it's not false in some cases, but a lot of people talk about how all you guys or the people who've been doing this for a long time are broken. And some are not. Like, so Fikowski's saying he's not broken and he's fine. And I asked him why. And he said, because he trains intelligently. But
Yeah.
so, um, seeing some people do it for so long and staying healthy is the right expression and what I think should happen. If you guys are training that much and that long and leaving broken, then there's something clearly off, right? So on that note, are you injured or do you feel like you're
No.
broken? Yeah,
No,
see,
this is like the healthiest I've ever been, but I also had a big rebuild block after the games because of the neck injury. So I basically had like the longest off season of my career, which was nearly like from the games right through to February. And we basically just like rehab the neck and then just built strong core, strong everything. So for me, I think that's going to be the next big thing for me. It's like, right, I have to learn from that next year, do the same thing, just have that, maybe not as long as a rebuild block, but a shorter rebuild block, let the body calm down, settle, make sure all areas are firing, and then start learning CrossFit again.
see, that sounds like a good approach. Um, Well, thank you for that question. It's a really good question because I have a lot of strong feelings on it that are not going to be aligned with what a lot of you guys do or think. So it's a good discussion point. It's definitely something I think we should do, like a panel and discuss with more people and kind of dive in and dissect and talk about a little more, get differing views and opinions on it because it is a good topic. And the thing is, everyone is very influential to the youth and the youth coming up in the sport. And so, like, I think um, some people are ready to do that type of training, others are not, and it could potentially lead to burnout. And I wonder if that's what's happened to some of the younger athletes in the sport who have taken years off, if they've gone right into this 5 6 7 hour training perspective and kind of burn out
Yeah.
quickly. So
That's my concern as well. I don't want the likes of Lucy to burn out. I don't want the younger generation to not have the positive impact that CrossFit's had on me, because obviously the Mal and the Haley, that's they've had like that 1 or 2 years where it's been quite difficult for them, and
yep.
as kids that's hard to deal with. As an adult, I think when you've got partners and you're a wee bit older and experienced, it's not as bad. But for them right now, that's hard. No, it is. So that's why I was asking that question. Like, is there a way so that we can prevent that?
Yeah, it's a great question. I love the question. Like I said, we should definitely do a deep dive on this, and I'll try to organize a discussion with a few of us and you and some others to have it, especially for the children or the younger athletes as you're describing. And I'd say this: it's probably very different for everyone. Some
Yeah.
people can handle, some people can't. So it's very person. It's very based on the individual. Well, Emma, this was a wonderful conversation. I appreciate the time, and thanks for joining within a couple minutes' notice.
No
Um,
problem at all. I'll see you in Texas.
See you in Texas. Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you.